Q. What if the real reason so many people feel exhausted, inflamed, overweight, weak, and constantly dependent on medication is because humanity abandoned the foods the body was originally designed to eat? What if some of the most powerful healing meals in history were written down thousands of years ago, hidden inside biblical teachings, long before modern hospitals, pharmacies, and processed foods ever existed? Today, millions suffer from high blood pressure, diabetes, poor circulation, fatigue, brain fog, swollen joints, digestive problems, and chronic inflammation. Yet many people never stop to ask one important question. Why were ancient people able to survive, work, walk, fast, and live with strength using simple natural foods? The answer may shock you. Because many of the foods described in biblical history were deeply nourishing, anti-inflammatory, rich in minerals, healing fats, natural antioxidants, and gut-supporting nutrients that the modern body desperately lacks today. And in this speech, you're going to discover 10 biblical meals that may help support healing naturally, meals built from ingredients that have stood the test of time for thousands of years. But that, is not just about food. This is about restoring the body naturally. This is about understanding why modern eating habits are destroying energy levels. This is about learning how stress, overeating, processed sugar, and artificial chemicals may be accelerating disease inside the body every single day. And most importantly, near the end of this speech, you'll discover one simple biblical meal combination many people ignore that may help improve digestion, energy, inflammation, and mental clarity surprisingly fast. So stay with me until the end, because what you learn today could completely change the way you look at food, healing, and health forever. For thousands of years, people searched for healing in nature long before modern medicine existed. What's fascinating is that many of the foods repeatedly mentioned throughout biblical history are now being studied for their incredible health-supporting properties. Ancient communities may not have understood words like antioxidants, inflammation, insulin resistance, or gut bacteria, but they clearly understood something modern society has forgotten. The body responds powerfully to simple, natural foods. Today, people are surrounded. Ed by ultra-processed meals loaded with chemicals, refined sugars, unhealthy oils, and artificial ingredients that leave the body inflamed, exhausted, and constantly craving more. Yet the foods found in many biblical traditions were completely different. They were rich in minerals, fiber, healthy fats, and healing compounds that naturally supported strength and recovery. Take lentils, for example. One of the oldest foods mentioned in ancient history. Lentils are packed with plant protein, iron, magnesium, and fiber that help stabilize blood sugar and support heart health. Then there's olive oil, often called liquid gold in ancient cultures. Modern research now links extra virgin olive oil to reduced inflammation, improved brain function, healthier arteries, and better longevity. Fish was another staple food, especially among coastal communities. Rich in omega-3 fatty acids, fish supports the brain, eyes, circulation, and even emotional health. It's incredible how many of these foods align with what modern science now recommends for healing and disease prevention. Raw honey was treasured not only as food, but as a natural source of energy and healing. Unlike refined sugar, raw honey. Y contains antioxidants and antibacterial properties that may support immunity and digestion when used properly. Figs, dates, grapes, and pomegranates were also commonly consumed and are loaded with nutrients that support circulation, digestion, and cellular health. Even bitter herbs, often overlooked today, were used traditionally to support cleansing and digestive balance. But the real secret was not just the individual foods. It was the overall lifestyle. People ate slowly. They walked daily. They fasted regularly. Meals were simpler, portions were smaller, and stress levels were lower than the constant pressure many people live under today. The body was given time to rest, repair, and recover naturally instead of being overloaded every few hours with processed foods and constant snacking. What's truly shocking is that many people today spend fortunes searching for miracle supplements while ignoring the powerful healing. Foods that have existed for thousands of years right in front of them all along. One of the biggest reasons modern society is becoming sicker, weaker, and more dependent on medication is because the human diet has changed more in the last 100 years than it did in thousands of years before that. The body was never designed to constantly process artificial chemicals, excessive sugar, ultra-refined carbohydrates, and heavily processed oils every single day. Yet for millions of people, these foods have become normal. Breakfast often comes from a package, lunch from a fast food counter, and dinner from frozen containers filled with preservatives and additives the body barely recognizes. Over time, this creates silent inflammation throughout the body, and inflammation is now connected to some of the world's biggest health problems, including obesity, diabetes, heart disease, joint pain, digestive disorders, fatigue, and even memory decline. One of the most dangerous parts of the modern diet is sugar overload. Sugar is hidden almost everywhere. Breads, sauces, drinks, snacks, cereals, flavored yogurt, and processed foods marketed as healthy. When the body receives too much sugar too often, blood sugar spikes rapidly, insulin levels rise, and the body begins storing excess fat while energy levels crash. This creates a cycle where people feel constantly tired yet continue craving more unhealthy foods for quick energy. Many people think they lack motivation when in reality their bodies are trapped in a cycle of unstable blood sugar and nutritional exhaustion. Processed seed oils are another major problem. Many fried foods, chips, fast foods, and packaged snacks are cooked in oils that may increase inflammation when consumed excessively. Ancient diets were based more on natural fats like olive oil, nuts, seeds, and fish instead of heavily industrialized oils. The difference is massive. Natural foods nourish the body, while highly processed foods often overstimulate appetite without delivering real nutrition. Another hidden danger is how modern foods affect the gut. The digestive system contains trillions of bacteria connected to immunity, metabolism, mood, and overall health. Artificial additives, processed foods, and low-fiber diets may damage this delicate system over time. Ancient eating patterns focused more on whole foods, vegetables, legumes, herbs, fruits, and natural fermentation foods that supported digestion instead of overwhelming it. What's even more alarming is that many people now eat almost non-stop. Snacking late at night, emotional eating, stress eating, and oversized portions prevent the body from eating. Fur fully resting and repairing itself. In contrast, traditional biblical style eating was often simpler, slower, and naturally balanced. People consumed foods closer to their original form, giving the body nutrients it could actually use efficiently. The modern food industry profits when people stay addicted, hungry, inflamed, and constantly searching for temporary comfort in unhealthy meals instead of returning to the natural foods the body was originally designed to thrive on. One of the most powerful healing practices found throughout biblical history was not just what people ate, but also when they chose not to eat. Fasting was deeply connected to spiritual discipline, mental clarity, self-control, and physical restoration. Today, modern science is beginning to uncover something remarkable. The body may actually heal more efficiently when given periods of rest from constant digestion. Most people never allow their bodies to fully recover because they are eating from morning until late at night, often consuming processed snacks, sugary drinks, and heavy meals every few hours. This non-stop eating pattern keeps insulin levels elevated, increases inflammation, stresses digestion, and leaves many people feeling tired instead of energized. When fasting is practiced safely and properly, the body begins shifting into repair mode. Insulin levels can stabilize, digestion gets a break, and stored energy begins to be used more efficiently. Many people notice improvements in bloating, energy levels, mental focus, and appetite control after reducing constant eating. Ancient fasting practices were not about starving the body. They were about restoring balance, discipline, and awareness. They taught people that food should nourish life, not control it. Biblical eating patterns were also naturally different from the extreme overeating common today. Meals were simpler, portions were smaller, and foods were far less processed. People consumed natural ingredients like fish, olives, lentils, vegetables, herbs, nuts, grains, and fruits instead of artificial foods loaded with chemicals and preservatives. This provided steady nourishment without overwhelming the body. Many ancient meals were rich in fiber, healthy fats, minerals, and natural proteins that help people stay satisfied longer while supporting stable energy throughout the day. Another important factor was time. Ancient communities often ate during daylight hours and rested at night. Today, many people consume large meals late at night while sitting for hours afterward. This may negatively affect digestion, sleep quality, blood sugar balance, and weight management. The body follows natural rhythms, and disrupting those rhythms repeatedly can create stress internally over time. Fasting also helps strengthen mental and emotional discipline. Modern culture encourages instant gratification, eat immediately, snack constantly, satisfy every craving. But fasting teaches patience, self-control, gratitude, and awareness of what the body truly needs versus what the mind temporarily desires. Many people discover during fasting that emotional eating, boredom eating, and stress eating are controlling much of their daily behavior without them even realizing it. Perhaps the most fascinating part is that short periods without food may trigger powerful internal cleanup processes inside the body. Instead of constantly digesting, the body can focus more energy on repair and maintenance. Combined with natural whole foods, hydration, movement, prayer, and proper rest, biblical style fasting and eating. Patterns may become one of the most overlooked tools for restoring energy, improving health, and helping the body function the way it was originally designed to function naturally. When most people think about healing foods, they imagine expensive supplements, complicated diets, or medications advertised everywhere online and on television. But some of the most powerful healing meals may actually be the simplest ones, meals built from natural ingredients that humans have consumed for thousands of years. Many of these foods appear throughout biblical history and are now recognized for their incredible nutritional value. What makes these meals so powerful is not only the nutrients they contain, but how they work together to support the body naturally without overwhelming it with artificial chemicals, excessive sugar, or inflammatory ingredients. One of the most powerful examples is lentil stew. Lentils are rich in plant protein, iron, potassium, magnesium, and fiber that help support the heart, digestion, and blood sugar balance. Unlike processed carbohydrates that spike energy and then cause crashes, lentils provide slow, steady fuel that keeps the body nourished longer. Fish company. Bind with olive oil is another remarkable biblical style meal. Fish provides omega-3 fatty acids that support brain health, circulation, and reduced inflammation, while olive oil contains powerful antioxidants and healthy fats linked to heart protection and longevity. Figs and raw honey create another fascinating healing combination. Figs are loaded with fiber, minerals, and natural compounds that support digestion and gut health, while raw honey has antibacterial and antioxidant properties that may strengthen immunity and provide natural energy. Barley bread, one of the oldest grains consumed throughout ancient history, contains fiber that helps support stable blood sugar and digestive health. Unlike modern highly refined breads, traditional whole grains nourish the body without creating extreme spikes in glucose. Goat milk combined with herbs was also valued in ancient cultures because it was often easier to digest than heavily processed dairy products today. Herbs such as garlic, hyssop, mint, and coriander were commonly used not only for flavor, but also for their potential healing and cleansing properties. Pomegranates and grapes provided powerful antioxidants that support circulation, heart health, and cellular protection against oxidative stress. Even bitter herbs, which many people avoid today, played an important role in digestion and detoxification. These natural bitter compounds may help stimulate digestive enzymes and improve how the body processes food. Dates and nuts offered quick but nourishing energy packed with minerals, healthy fats, and natural sugars that fueled the body without the artificial additives found in modern snacks. Perhaps the most comforting healing meal was simple vegetable soup. Slow-cooked vegetables, herbs, legumes, and natural broths provided hydration, minerals, warmth, and easy digestion during times of weakness or illness. Combined with proper hydration and occasional fasting, these biblical meals created a lifestyle that supported healing from the inside out. The incredible truth is that many of the foods modern science now recommends for reducing inflammation, supporting metabolism, improving heart health, and increasing longevity are the same simple foods that have existed since ancient times, quietly nourishing the human body generation after generation, one of the most overlooked causes of physical illness. Today is not just poor food, lack of exercise, or aging, it is chronic stress. Many people wake up anxious, rush through the day under pressure, carry emotional burdens silently, and go to sleep with their minds still racing. Over time, the body begins reacting to this constant stress as if it is trapped in permanent danger. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline remain elevated for too long, and this can slowly damage nearly every system in the body. Blood pressure may rise, digestion may weaken, sleep quality may collapse, inflammation may increase, and the immune system may become less effective. Many people focus only on treating symptoms while ignoring the emotional and mental strain that may be contributing to the problem every single day. Ancient biblical teachings repeatedly emphasize peace, faith, gratitude, prayer, rest, patience, and trust during difficult times. While many people think of these only as spiritual principles, they may also have profound effects on physical health. Modern research now suggests that chronic fear, anger, bitterness, loneliness, and anxiety can affect the nervous system, hormones, heart health, metabolism, and even digestion, the bowel. Diet and mind are deeply connected. When the mind remains under constant emotional pressure, the body often pays the price physically. Many people notice digestive problems during stress because blood flow shifts away from digestion when the body enters survival mode. Others experience headaches, muscle tension, fatigue, cravings, insomnia, or emotional eating. Some people even develop high blood pressure or worsening inflammation during long periods of stress and emotional exhaustion. The body was not designed to remain in a constant state of worry for years without consequences. Prayer, gratitude, reflection, and moments of stillness may help calm the nervous system in powerful ways. Slowing down, breathing deeply, spending time in nature, walking peacefully, and disconnecting from constant negativity can help the body shift away from survival mode. When stress decreases, many people experience better sleep, improved digestion, more stable energy, reduced tension, and clearer thinking. Gratitude itself may positively affect emotional health because it shifts focus away from fear and toward appreciation and hope. Faith can also strengthen resilience during difficult times. People. Who believe there is purpose, meaning, and hope often cope with challenges differently than those overwhelmed by fear and hopelessness. Emotional peace may not remove every problem in life, but it can change how the body responds internally to pressure and uncertainty. Another hidden danger today is the non-stop stimulation people experience from social media, negative news, constant notifications, and information overload. The brain rarely gets true rest anymore. Ancient lifestyles included more silence, reflection, community connection, natural movement, and time away from constant mental noise. Resting the mind may be just as important as nourishing the body because true healing often begins when both the body and mind are finally allowed to recover together. Naturally, real healing does not happen from one miracle pill, one trendy diet, or one healthy meal eaten once in a while. True transformation happens when small daily habits begin working together consistently over time. That is why the 7-day biblical healing transformation is so powerful. It is not about perfection or extreme rules. It is about giving the body a short period of rest, nourishment, and balance using simple principles that many people have completely abandoned in modern life. In just 7 days, many people begin noticing changes in their energy, digestion, cravings, sleep, bloating, and mental clarity because the body finally receives what it has been missing for so long. The first step is removing processed foods as much as possible. This means reducing packaged snacks, sugary drinks, fast food, artificial ingredients, and heavily refined carbohydrates that overload the body with inflammation and unstable blood sugar spikes. For many people, simply removing excessive sugar alone can dramatically improve energy and reduce cravings within days. Instead of processed foods, focus on natural ingredients that have existed for generations: vegetables, fruits, lentils, beans, fish, olive oil, nuts, seeds, herbs, eggs, and whole grains in moderation. These foods provide steady nourishment without constantly stressing the body. Hydration becomes another major focus during the transformation. Many people walk around dehydrated every day without realizing it. Proper water intake supports circulation, digestion, energy production, temperature regulation, and detoxification, instead of sugary. Sodas and artificial drinks. Increasing clean water intake may help reduce fatigue, headaches, overeating, and sluggishness surprisingly quickly. Movement is equally important. Ancient lifestyles naturally included walking, physical labor, and daily movement. Today, many people spend most of the day sitting. A simple walk after meals may help digestion, blood sugar balance, circulation, and stress reduction. The goal is not extreme exercise, but consistent movement that supports the body naturally. Sleep also becomes a priority. The body repairs itself most efficiently during deep rest. Yet many people stay awake late into the night staring at screens, eating heavy meals, or overstimulating the brain. Sleeping earlier and creating a calmer nighttime routine may improve hormones, appetite control, mental clarity, and recovery. Prayer, gratitude, and moments of quiet reflection are another essential part of the transformation. Stress and emotional overload silently damage the body over time. Taking even a few minutes daily to slow down, breathe deeply, pray, or reflect peacefully may help calm the nervous system and reduce internal tension. Short periods of safe fasting can also help reset unhealthy eating habits. Instead of constantly snacking, allowing the body time between meals may improve discipline, digestion, and metabolic balance. Combined together, these simple biblical-style habits create a powerful foundation for restoring energy, reducing inflammation, improving focus, and helping the body begin functioning more naturally again from the inside out. As we come to the end of this powerful journey, one truth becomes impossible to ignore. The human body was never designed to survive on constant stress, artificial foods, endless sugar, sleepless nights, and non-stop consumption. For thousands of years, people lived closer to nature, ate simpler foods, moved their bodies daily, fasted regularly, and understood the importance of peace, gratitude, and balance. And while modern life has brought convenience, it has also brought exhaustion, inflammation, chronic disease, emotional overload, and a growing dependence on quick fixes that often treat symptoms without addressing the root cause. The incredible lesson hidden inside these biblical healing meals is not that food alone performs miracles overnight. The real lesson is that the body has an amazing ability, it to repair, recover, and restore itself when it is finally given the right conditions. Natural foods, clean hydration, proper rest, movement, emotional peace, and disciplined habits work together like medicine for the body from the inside out. Many people spend years searching for expensive solutions while ignoring the simple habits that may already be within reach. A bowl of lentils instead of processed fast food, olive oil instead of inflammatory oils, water instead of sugary drinks, walking instead of sitting all day, prayer instead of constant fear, gratitude instead of non-stop negativity. Small daily decisions may seem insignificant in the moment, but over time they can completely transform energy, digestion, sleep, circulation, mental clarity, and overall health. And perhaps the most powerful message of all is this: healing is not only physical. A healthy body means very little if the mind is filled with stress, fear, anger, and emotional exhaustion. True wellness comes when the body, mind, and spirit begin working together in harmony again. That is why slowing down, resting, reflecting, and reconnecting with peace may be just as important as the food placed on the table. So as you leave this speech today, remember this carefully. Your body is listening to everything you do every single day. Every meal, every habit, every hour of sleep, every stressful thought, every moment of movement, and every choice either supports healing or slowly works against it. The good news is that change can begin immediately. One better meal, one healthier decision, one peaceful moment at a time. Because sometimes the most powerful healing solutions are not hidden in complicated treatments, but in the simple wisdom humanity has had all along.